Maharishi's Global Family Chat. News of rising invincibility around the world. This is the news everyone needs to understand how the trends of time are changing towards peace and prosperity. Maharishi's Vedic technologies, transcendental meditation and its advanced program Yogic Flying are being implemented globally. Just the square root of 1% of the population practicing yogic flying together in a group is enough to raise the levels of harmony and coherence in the collective consciousness for the whole population. Enjoy the news of enlightenment dawning for every individual, invincibility for every nation, and peace for our dear world. Jai Gurudev, welcome to Maharishi's Global Family Chat on the 14th of October 2022. Today we have collected together many of those who are taking the great luxury apartment project at MERU forward, and we'll be hearing from them today. MERU is the home of pure knowledge, the home of total knowledge for the world. Maharishi lived here in his Vastu home for about 18 years, and MERU is situated in a beautiful, huge forest, one of the biggest forests in the whole of the Netherlands. It's on the border of Germany. It's very quiet, very peaceful, extraordinarily beautiful. It's just about 40 minutes from Düsseldorf Airport, which is a major airport, 2 hours from Amsterdam, 2 hours from Brussels, very easy to reach from anywhere. And it is home to a big group of like-minded people, all dedicated to gaining higher consciousness, to making courses, spreading the knowledge of enlightenment, of ideal living all around the world. And the luxury apartment is a unique opportunity for anybody who is dedicated to these ideals to live here, to buy an apartment and live in comfort, in a peaceful and stimulating environment full of the beauty of nature, and where everybody is dedicated to the same thing, to spiritual growth. So it's a unique opportunity for anybody. And today we are fortunate to have, first of all, Raja Alberto, who is leading the project as the Vastu architect, to tell us about it together with the other leaders. So Raja Alberto, please go ahead.
Thank you for the introduction. And today, the Maharishi Global Family Chat will give a picture of special kind of living in the MERU campus, because we want to tell how it could be to have a property, to lease a property in the MERU campus and be able to live in the community either continuously or just making holidays, however, being owner or leaser of property and enjoying all the beautiful atmosphere that the campus offers. For that, the group of experts put in charge by Maharaja to make it happen, to construct several buildings. First of all, the so-called apartment building will tell you details about, and we will start with the manager of the project, which is at the same time the manager of the MERU campus, Caspar Jung. Caspar, would you like to go ahead and tell us details about the next step?
Yes, thank you, Roberto. We've prepared a number of exciting videos highlighting some of the people that could be your potential neighbors if you choose to take part in this project. Also, we have a beautiful video highlighting what it's like to be at MERU, what it is like to live at MERU. We'll hear from the chairman of the project, Raja Andreas, and his wife, Linda. We will also hear from the lady sitting next to me, Roxana Surka, the Vastu architect, and Daria Oreskovic, who is in charge of the customer care and the sales and the marketing of the project. So all in all, I hope it's an enjoyable chat for you all to experience a little bit more what we're working on and what the opportunities are. We'll start with a video on life at MERU.
When you are here is really, I think, the unique place in the world that has Veda very alive, ready to jump on you when you enter the campus.
Where else in the world does someone have a property in the middle of a national forest? It's unheard of. So you are in a community, unlike really anywhere else in the world. There are very few of these communities of people who are dedicated to achieving the very goal of life. So that is something that's very, very much in everyone's mind as we go forward in the expansion of MERU and looking to the future, that we preserve that beautiful quality, which actually just comes from the very purpose of MERU and why everyone is here, and it is to develop higher states of consciousness. It'll be the best decision you've ever made, and you will never regret it.
And one of the things, the beauty of the apartment building is that if you don't want to live here full time, you can see there's demand here for to be able to rent out to other family members or those that will be vetted by MERU to stay here, and therefore there's an income possibility too, so you can go shopping when you come along. So that's the other unique aspect of this project. And renting, yes. What did I say? Renting. I didn't say subletting. Yes, so renting to others. And if there was an apartment building during Guru Purnima, it would have been sold 3 times over from demand. People wanted to stay here. We are looking at carving out another area here at MERU that will allow for the spa, for the wellness, and also more facility, more potentially hotel-type room facilities too. So that's all coming. And on the back of all these moves now, to start construction, to open up MERU, obviously to the right people, so that there's a lovely blend between those that live here and don't leave the place very much because they're so focused and committed to what they're doing, and others that are going to come in as friends and who want to enjoy the energy that's here. So there's a beautiful blend now and a marriage. And today the groundbreaking is that first, if you like, materialization of that is happening.
Jacob, we were wanting to be part of the MERU community because for all the reasons that have been mentioned here, a most wonderful community to be a part of. And we were just a year or two ahead of the apartment building, so we've built a little Vastu house just here behind the Bos Hotel. But just in terms of being here in this environment, it's so wonderful. You are just a stone's throw from big cities like Amsterdam, Cologne, Paris, Roermond. You can go there if you want. But you're living here with forests around you, with the lake, with, you know, people come here for the vacations in the summer. You'll live here. It's a most wonderful, wonderful place, and the peace and the quiet, and it's just a lovely place with lots of things to do. And if you just want to just be inward, to be on the campus. And for all the things that everybody has said, the people are so beautiful and so friendly. It's Maharishi's home. If you're in a position to do it, it's a good decision.
First of all, it's in the midst of a forest, so just on the physical level. But it's Maharishi's influence here that is most important to us. It's very, very powerful. There's kind of a kavach, a protection here that you just don't find anywhere else. We even spent time in the Brahmastan of India. We compared this to that. We've been at MIU. We've been to most of the beautiful places in the movement where there's groups, and there's simply no comparison. There's a silence here and a protection here that's unequaled anywhere else, and a peacefulness. So that's the reason. And also, of course, as all the other more practical points, it's in the middle of Europe, next to large cities, but in the midst of a national forest. So it's really home for us, and I hope you make it home for you. I mean, I know you will be, and I think what the other point that was made recently by Vicky just a minute ago, that if you try to find a Vastu home somewhere else, there's innumerable challenges and compromises. But here it's just like a jewel box, snaps together. It's perfect for you. It's done, and there's no compromises really in that sense. It's perfect Vastu in a perfect place in a perfect environment, and so I hope you do decide to come, and we'd really love to have you join this beautiful community here. Jai Gurudev.
In 2000, I some kind of immigrate from Rotterdam to Vlodrop, only because I had the need to go living near Maharishi. That's why I bought a house next to the Bos Hotel, and in the last 22 years I was living here. I did a lot of charity work for the organization. And of course, if you build an apartment building, I want also an apartment building here for me and my family, my sisters-in-law, for the future. And yeah, I could not say no. I have to be part of it. And that was actually my motivating to be here, to live here. Because van origine, I'm born in Rotterdam. My whole life I was there working. And I gave up my life in Rotterdam to be here near Maharishi that time. And I never regret it, and I'm still happy to be here. And that is the reason I did it.
Thank you, Andrew.
I've been here off and on, and it was very hard for me to have a place here to stay. It took quite a while to have, in one of the Raja homes, to have a place. So I felt that we should have a facility for those who very strongly desire to be in this atmosphere, plus all the amenities that can be provided now with the health center and so forth, to come and live here and experience this, as many of the very strong people who would like that experience. So that's my inspiration, and I wanted to share it with you. So, and make you feel welcome here, and really hope that you can come and enjoy it here and have a place to stay like I really always wanted, and many of us really always wanted, and not everyone had the fortune to be here.
Thank you.
Apartments at MERU International. Now, Daria is in charge of marketing. Daria, I have a question. After watching these very inspiring little video clips, how many apartments are still available?
There are still about half of the apartments in the building available. So that would be about, let's say, 14, 15.
14 or 15 only?
Yes.
And this means, are they all the same, or some bigger, some smaller?
So some are smaller. Size is a one-room apartment, actually a studio, all in one place. And then we have a two-room apartment where the bedroom is separate, and also a 1 3-room apartment. So it means it has 2 bedrooms.
Very nice. So we have to be quick if we want to purchase one of these apartments. Already half are gone. So what's next?
Yes, next we have another video. The last one was more about what it's like to live at MERU. The second video is about the activities of MERU, what's happening there in terms of the development projects, in terms of the events and courses that happen there. We'll hope you enjoy this second video.
As a meditator, you know firsthand the benefits of the daily practice of the transcendental meditation technique. But did you know that there is a place where you can completely immerse yourself in Maharishi's knowledge and in his wisdom? This is the place you can be along with other like-minded people and experience the tremendous sense of wholeness, a place where there's a beautiful balance between nature and knowledge, along with the incredible support of Vastu architecture. Located near Vlodrop in the Netherlands, the MERU campus is surrounded by the most beautiful nature, a place with such a vitality that it was chosen by Maharishi himself, that here he would establish his global headquarters, and he stayed here until his last days with us. And today, MERU is home to an international group of people, all working together to preserve Maharishi's knowledge, to share Maharishi's teachings around the world, and to fulfill his vision for this supreme location.
I'm here at MERU since the beginning when Maharishi came in 1990, and we have founded here the Institute of Vedic Architecture and City Planning. This is very unusual. There's no other place in the world where you can have this, and we are inviting everyone to come here and enjoy.
It's a very beautiful question that was raised. It's such a joy to expound it. Vedic architecture is a Veda in itself. It's a Sthapatya Veda. The Ved, the knowledge of establishing this thing. You establish a thing so that the thing in its isolated boundaries is not dislocated with the unbounded, infinite, boundless value of the universe. Maintains connection of the individual with the universe. This is Vedic view of constructing the building, Vedic view of establishing the cities, like that. It's a very beautiful value of the unseen quality of structuring life. And this unseen quality of structuring life is transcendental value of existence, which is in the field of transcendental consciousness. That is my field, that is my speciality, transcendental experience.
A little bit about Vastu. In short, it would be the most ancient Vedic technology that is used to build structures, bringing individual intelligence more in tune with the cosmic intelligence. So the building structures that we live in are built according to the principles of natural law, and they bring us to a more coherent way of living and also closer to our full potential.
I'm a Maharishi Vastu architect, and I was so fortunate to design and build several of these nice Maharishi Vastu buildings. So everybody here at MERU will very soon live in an ideal village with ideal invincible Vastus where everybody is protected in that Vastu.
It has been said that we form our buildings and thereafter our buildings form us. And Maharishi has explained how everything we do influences our entire surroundings. Our success, our health, our happiness, our speed of evolution is faster, and we feel warmer and more comfortable in such a house.
What can you find in MERU? There's a beautiful golf resort here in Herkenbos. There are 2 tennis clubs, one is in Vlodrop and one in Herkenbos. Then there is a fitness center in the Bos Hotel, and there's a sauna and a little indoor pool. And then of course there's a possibility to go over the border to Germany, Düsseldorf or Aachen, and then on the other side to Belgium. And even if you would like to stay in Holland and go to Amsterdam, if you take the train in Roermond, in 1 hour and 15 minutes, you will be in the middle of Amsterdam without having to change trains.
So one of the advantages of living here is you are always there's some 200 people living here and practicing the MCD program together, flying together. So you are part of Coherence Creating Group. So that is, come to Maharishi's Shrine of Knowledge. Come to a pilgrim place, which is rare. One place that Maharishi lived longest in his life and has this, light of Maharishi's knowledge all around in this atmosphere.
MERU has always been a center of knowledge. As you know, this is where Maharishi completed his revitalization of all the great Vedic disciplines and their application for every segment of society. The campus is filled with extraordinary human beings from many nations and many backgrounds from every walk of life. They are each very devoted, wise, compassionate people who have devoted their lives to making sure these goals of MERU are being fulfilled in most perfect and delightful way.
There is a big difference to practice this kind of meditation in groups than individually. When we come together and do the program here in the Flying Halls, we can go very deep in our meditation and we just start to feel some kind of connection with others, which also affects our daily life and activities, what we do together, which means we have a better coherence, bliss and understanding among each other.
For me, living here has been like a dream come true. I always wanted to live here, and the feeling on campus, living on campus, is so special, particularly the feeling of Maharishi's presence. The other things that I love about living here at MERU are particularly the yagyas that take place in Maharishi's Vastu. And this is a really incredible experience that's almost like having your own personal yagya every month. And I really appreciate and enjoy that aspect of life here.
As I'm slowly getting retired, I just want to be back here in this beautiful environment where Maharishi stayed. It's really fantastic to do the program here. You really can still feel Maharishi's presence a lot. And I think for the growth of enlightenment and spirituality. It's wonderful to be in that community here.
The community and the people that are here, come and stay here and work here, they're all kind of dedicated to a shared vision. They all want to help spread this message to the rest of the world that spending time going within and delving deeper in your own consciousness is a good thing. And it helps make you be a better person, and it helps improve the world, one person at a time. And being here together, trying to spread that message, is a valuable thing. We get up every day, and we try to get better at it. That's what I think is the true inspiration of MERU.
So what was the address again?
It's apartments at meru.international.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Kasper.
Apartments at meru.international.
Yes.
Very good, thank you. Now I have a question. If I didn't want to live in an apartment, I want a house. Could I build a house here at MERU or nearby somewhere?
With Maharaja's permission, sure. But ultimately at this moment, it is reserved for Rajas, Rajajeshwaris, and ministers. But I think if it's your wish, don't hesitate to express it. And I think maybe Maharaja will consider it. Why not?
This is inside the campus, you're saying?
Yes.
And is there a possibility to build a Vastu home in a village nearby?
Yes, exactly. We are having several possibilities. Most nearby is the place where Mother of the Domain Vicky built recently, just behind the border, very close to the Boss Hotel. So there might still be some place free. There are other places though where you can reach the capital in short. So if you want to think in that direction, just contact one of our people in the campus or even the Maharishi Sthapatya Veda Institute, and then we see what we can do for you.
Thank you.
Next, we have a video, Peter, of Rajandreas and Mother of Domain Linda. And Rajandreas is the chairman of the project, and Linda is really our heart and soul of the project. So I think it'll be a good inspiration to hear from both of them. Unfortunately, they couldn't be here, but they recorded the video for us.
Hello everyone and welcome, and thank you so much for this opportunity for Raja Andreas and I to share with you our excitement and delight at the MERU luxury housing project. I think we all know that this was where Maharishi spent his much of his time while he was with us, so there's a very special quality there. I particularly love how many old trees surround the property and the trails that wind within them, and the opportunity to walk and be with each other and ride our bicycles and harvest blueberries during the right time of year. The group program, the offering of courses. I believe that this apartment complex is the very the seed that will allow MERU to become a mecca, a place for people to come, be together, and deepen our practice and bring peace to the world.
Thank you, Linda KG. We were invited to work with a magnificent team at MERU, And to our surprise, not only did we meet some magnificent fellow human beings, we also saw the reason why this would be the best address on earth, and that is that during this phase transition in the world, where there's so much going on to bring uncertainty to people's lives, there is one safe haven where there can be certainty, there can be love, and wonderful practices in a community of kindred spirits. And we also feel it's a wonderful investment to have either full-time or be as an investor and live there part-time and then rent for the rest of the period if you don't want to live there all the time. So yes, we would welcome anybody that really feels that MERU could be their home, their residence, to come join us and be part of this next phase of evolution and excellence on earth.
Beautiful. Jai Gurudev, we look forward to seeing you.
Jai Gurudev.
Roxana is with you there, Caspar, and Roxana is architect working on the project. I have a question, Roxana, how is this project different from other projects you've worked on?
Peter, do you mean worked here or in Romania?
Anywhere.
So the difference is, of course, the Vastu component. For me, for example, it's a huge honor to come here and expand my knowledge and add the Vastu dimension to all the buildings. And this is very unique. You can find it very rarely outside in like the normal functioning world, let's say. I'm talking about conventional architecture, because conventional architecture is driven by practicality, by finances, by aesthetics, but never by the spiritual dimension or by the connection with our inner nature. Us as humans are connected with everything that is around us, and these days, especially after the COVID times, we kind of got more in touch with our inner nature. So I think this could be a good start for us to open more the campus towards newcomers. And we are starting with this pioneering project, apartment building. We hope to be the first of many other projects that could open our beautiful campus to people that want more quality in their lives.
Raja Andreas, you also are working on projects in the normal kind of architecture and in Vastu architecture, I think, or maybe it's all Vastu architecture. But when people talk about Vastu architecture and this project of the luxury apartments at MERU, bring in the spiritual dimension. And then Maharishi says that Sthapatya Veda is to connect individual intelligence with cosmic intelligence. This is the same thing, is it?
The same thing you do during your meditation practice happen, so to say, with a second technique when you live in a house properly designed and built according to the laws of nature. Then this is what we do. All Vastus, as we call them, all houses according to Vastu or Maharishi Sthapatya Veda, respect, put in practice the laws of nature. And this is something special. Imagine not only you meditating and connecting your own intelligence with cosmic intelligence like we used to do, like we know this is our home, but also your surroundings, the place, the room where you do that, where you meditate, the house and the garden, everything, the surrounded, so the place in the cosmos, the physical place, is also a place that follows the same principles of functioning. So our meditation has a certain way of how to make it work, how to meditate. So imagine there is something physical like a house that has in itself a kind of working principle how to conduce everything conscious to transcendence. This is what is happening in Vastus. This is something unusual. You don't find it anywhere, not even in nature. It needs to be a place that is delimited from the rest of the cosmos, where you reunite all the laws of nature. You put all the laws of nature in your house. So they start to operate. They start to function, to work. For what? For you to transcend. So you transcend, you meditate better, you sleep better, you eat good, you enjoy. Actually, there is actually no question why not to live in a Vastu.
Kasper, you must enjoy that statement.
This is why we have him as our Raja, Raja of the MERU campus. It's a pleasure. It's really a pleasure to work on a Vastu project as much as it is to live in one. I know that not from personal experience, but my parents, they built their own Vastu home, and it's a great experience for them. Next, we wanted to share with you some of the experience or motivations of the people. As you said, Peter, there's already about half the apartments are taken, spoken for, and we've compiled some of their inspiration. So this is a snapshot of some of the potential neighbors in the apartment building. I particularly liked Frances Knight's motivation. She, of course, as many of you know, has been around in this movement for a very long time and been very close to Maharishi. And we see that for her, it's really a place connected to spirituality and being involved in the global country of world peace. This is the capital of the global country of world peace. Many of the senior administrators and leaders live here, and we gather here with Maharaja on the major celebration days in the Vedic calendar, honoring the Guru Purnima, honoring Gurudev and Maharishi, and celebrating Maharaja's birthday in January. So it's a huge thing. The activity of the global country is really centered around here.
If I may say something to Ruth, another neighbor, Ruth Brunsch. She's German, former participating in the Mother Divine group. And it was a funny story. She came to visit one of the buildings we finished last year in Germany. And she was very enthusiastic about all that she saw and how the building was looking like inside and outside. But she came from another source. She was involved in another project in the area in Germany. So they came to visit and she was there with the group. And then, okay, this was the first thing. And then funnily enough, it was that she came to know from myself and from my wife, Margherita, being the leaders of the projects in MERU. And that then she connected this experience of the building in Germany that we have built with the project in MERU. And from that moment, she managed everything to interrupt the relationship with this other project and came to Holland and joined the project. So this was our last acquirer, and then she's very happy, and she's most probably going to occupy not even one but two apartments.
Maybe we just make a quick overview of all the others that are also here. We're still waiting to hear back from some other people. We didn't put them here on the list, so there are more to come. They're not all, but we can see Rudolf Gilman. He's one of the biggest, we say, friends of MERU. He's his really big heart helps the project to move ahead and to be able to run everything before we start construction. So he's most inspired about us, about MERU planning to build a Tower of Invincibility. That's actually his goal number one, but we want to build the apartments before that. Then we heard from Antio in the video. Raj Andreas is also one of the investors in the MERU apartments. And then we have a French couple, Chantal and Antoine. And yeah, every time they come to MERU, they enjoy very much. And they've been with us in July on our MERU open house event. And they really loved connecting with their neighbors during this event. And we have also Nigel and Dori Khan, the senior UK governors, TM teachers, and they're particularly happy because Dori was born in the Netherlands, and she's really happy to be able to live in Dutch in the Netherlands again after 35 years of living away from here. Yes, so this is for now, and we'll be presenting more as they come.
Thank you, Daria. So this is the opportunity for anybody to get a beautiful luxury apartment of either a studio apartment up to a 2-bedroom apartment here at MERU in this very pure atmosphere, together with all like-minded people. And Caspar, will there be, will the kitchen be available, dining be available for the residents?
Yes, to live in a MERU apartment is to be part of the MERU community, and just like everybody else here living on the campus, there's a big communal life is a big part. You can choose not to partake, of course, that it's not a requirement, but you're very much a part of the MERU community here.
Okay, good. So 3 meals a day is provided.
Yeah.
All organic.
All Vedic organic.
Very good. So thank you all for joining. Any last points from anybody?
Yes, we want to invite all of the global family to the next MERU open house. We had one, you saw some footage from it, during Guru Purnima this year, where we had the groundbreaking ceremony. But now, because of its popularity, we wanted to do another one, which will be online, so that more people are able to join. Daria, do you want to tell us a little bit more about the next open house?
Yeah, sure. So we'll look into, as Caspar said, during the online event, we'll show a short video on what happened at the open house in July. So you will see clips of the groundbreaking ceremony and other events that were happening. We also had a very nice Gandharva Veda concert outside in the park. So this was really special. And of course, Maharaja was there during Guru Purnima celebrations. So you'll get a little glimpse of the life at MERU in the summertime. Then what we will look into what's been achieved this year with regards to the MERU Apartments project, and what are our next steps in the next 6 months before we start construction. So this is something that most people are actually asking themselves, when are we gonna start building. We're also gonna get to know the neighbors of the MERU apartment building, and we'll also show the 3D floor plans, which apartments are still available, and what are the prices, and also what kind of options are there to invest. So
do we have a date?
Yes, this event is on the 20th of October, next week, at 8 p.m. And we have actually, if video could pull up, there was one last slide so that everybody sees the URL. The URL, again, it's the MERU International website, and you add /open house online, OHO.
Okay, meru.international/OHO. Oh,
Yes.
Open house. Open house what?
Online. Open house.
Online. Open house online. Very good. 20th of October. And there, when you go to that, then you'll be able to join the event, right?
You can sign up. You get the Zoom link from there. Yeah.
Okay, good. meru.international/OHO. Wonderful.
Yes.
Open house online on the 20th of October.
I think finally we should hear from Raja Alberto. Today is an important day for the project because we are sending out the final drawings to 3 general contractors so that they can prepare their bid, so that we can start construction at the beginning of next year. So Raja Alberto, please.
Yes.
Close.
Vastu is not only very inspiring and enlightening knowledge, but it is also very concrete and strong connected activity to the material world. So what we do is we have engaged a number of experts from the field nearby to us from Holland, and we are going to choose out of them just the ones that we like most and that are in these days the most suitable to accomplish the thing. We will start with the first building, the apartment building, but the others will follow. And we are having a kind of competition. We send drawings with the help of a Dutch architect. We send drawings to builders, and then we are going to choose the one that will be our builder for the campus then. And this is happening now. And then in a few weeks, we will have the selection talks. And so by beginning of the year, everything will be set up that we can start with the time planning, concrete time planning to make the first stone ceremony and put everything to March with the apartment building actually first.
Thank you, Raja Alberto. This sounds just great. And anybody else have any last point you'd like to give before we close?
Thank you for your time, Peter. You're a wonderful host as always.
Thank you, Caspar. Thank you, Roxana. Thank you, Daria. It's been great. And I hope that people take note and secure an apartment as soon as possible. It's a unique opportunity. There's nowhere else in the world where you can find a place like this to live. And I have to say also that the Netherlands is a very peaceful, accepting, comfortable place to live. It's not exciting. It is very peaceful. Anybody can travel here. So no matter who you are, where you live, get in touch, see about getting an apartment here. Thank you all, and we look forward to welcoming all the new residents as the building goes up and at the open house online session on the 20th of October. Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev. Thank you.
Heaven is descending, descending on the earth. Heaven is descending, descending on the earth. Heaven on earth, heaven on earth, heaven on earth. Heaven is descending, descending on the earth. Light of God is bringing heaven on earth. Gurudev's grace is bringing heaven on earth. Heaven on earth, heaven on earth, heaven on earth. Light of God is bringing heaven on Heaven is descending, descending on the earth. Heaven is descending, descending on the earth. Heaven on earth, heaven on earth, heaven on earth. Heaven is descending, descending on the earth. Heaven is descending, descending on the earth. Gurudev's grace is free.